What is going on, guys? So I'm on my way to the gym. Today is leg day, but I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience with traveling for the first time being gluten-free. I've only been gluten-free for the last 2 months, so this is my first experience with traveling being gluten-free. And I have to say, for some reason in my head, I thought that it wasn't going to be a big deal and it was going to be easy. And I think I had a breakdown like twice, like a full-blown like being upset kind of a breakdown. A lot of it had to do with the fact that I was tired, but it was a little frustrating, and it's something that I'm still trying to get used to. It is just getting over that mental hump of I can no longer have this. It's, you know, I'm not gluten-free because of a diet choice. I'm gluten-free because of a health reason. And so that's the biggest thing for me, is like I've been able to eat bread and pasta and, you know, all that stuff, and now I can't because it makes me feel like total crap. And so that's, you know, getting over that and trying to like realize that it's still a challenge. But traveling, so we traveled to New York, and we got to the airport and had to eat. Well, at the airport, a lot of it's like fast food, and a lot of the times with fast food restaurants, things that you have to eat on the go is not things that are gluten-free. It's usually, it was lunchtime, so, you know, burgers or chicken nuggets or, you know, things that you could just grab and go. And I ended up getting a bunless burger from Whataburger because they put it in like a tray, but you can't really, that's not really easy to eat on the go. So I had to wait until we got on the plane, and then by the time I finally got to eat, my food was cold, and so that kind of sucked. And then once we got there, like, of course, we're like going around the city and just on the go pretty much the whole time, and getting something that's a snack, that was such a challenge for me as well, because I probably should have looking back, I probably should have taken snacks. I probably should have taken Quest bars and nuts and things that I could snack on, because a lot of times it was a guessing game, because sometimes you don't have time to look up, oh, is this gluten-free? Or, you know, like one time during lunch, I didn't even think to be like, oh, is this gluten-free? And it ended up having wheat in it. So, you know, it's kind of been a little bit of a challenge, and looking back now, next time I travel, I will take my own snacks, things that I can eat, because in case I'm having a hard time finding food, then you know, then I'll at least have something. So another thing that I kind of learned is that I needed to not focus on having like maybe 3 big meals, but maybe having a bunch of little meals, just because of the fact that it was a little challenging finding stuff that's gluten-free. In New York, they do have gluten-free restaurants. However, there weren't really any that I found that were near me, except for the last day. As I'm leaving, I realized that there is an Italian place that has gluten-free pasta half a block from our hotel. So that was a funny discovery, is in realizing that. So you know, it was a challenge. It was really kind of frustrating for me, because I'm still learning things that are not gluten-free. I learned that soy sauce is not gluten-free, that it has wheat in it. That's like the second ingredient. I couldn't figure out, why my lips burned so bad. And I had like chicken fried rice is what I ended up having. And I was like, why do my lips burn so bad? Yeah, it's because I put soy sauce all over it. And soy sauce has wheat as their second ingredient. So I do think there are gluten-free soy sauces, but obviously that place is not going to have that. So yeah, it was, you know, it was a lesson learned. I learned that some places are great for being gluten-free. Some places are not, obviously. I think also one of the biggest things that I learned, just for me personally, is getting over the frustration that I'm going to have to change the way that I eat. I'm going to have to change the things that I eat. for example, when we went to the Chinese food restaurant, like, I like Kung Pao chicken, I like General Tso's chicken, I like orange chicken, which those are all breaded. And I tried to ask her, you know, like, do you use rice flour or is it wheat flour? And the language barrier, because we were in Chinatown in New York, and so the language barrier was real. So, you know, and I got a little frustrated, but I think it's just me having to come to terms with the fact that I can't eat the stuff that I used to. So that's something that's been a little challenging. But all in all, it was a great trip. I definitely learned a lot about being gluten-free. The major thing is I need to take my own snacks and not relying on the ability to find stuff, because otherwise you either have to go to a grocery store and get like fruits, or you just have to settle for things that aren't going to necessarily be the healthiest stuff that's on the go. So anyway, guys, I'm almost to the gym. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, like, about my experience and about how I felt about it and the things that I've learned in these last 2 months as far as being gluten-free. It is getting better and better each day, as far as like me realizing that I can't have this stuff. It's almost like a breakup. Like, I feel like I'm breaking up with some of my favorite foods. Bread was something that was a big weakness of mine. So all of a sudden being able to, like, your body telling you like you can no longer have that is such a challenge. And so I'm going through a mourning phase. I'm going through like the breakup stage with with gluten, and it's a little bit of a challenge, but you know, it's my life now, and that's my reality, and that's what it is. So there are ways around it, and you know, there are places to eat and things to eat. I just need to be patient and realize that I'm going to have to ask every single restaurant that I go up to if they have the gluten-free menu, or eat things that I absolutely know are gluten-free. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. If you have any questions or comments about gluten-free eating or anything like that, leave them down below. I will answer them as I learn them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That definitely helps me out. And if you don't subscribe already, please subscribe. Follow me on my journey of discovering this whole new gluten-free lifestyle. And I will talk to you guys later.